I just finished replacing the radiator on this 2010 Jeep Commander. It's got the 3.7 V6 and here's the old radiator that I took off, and you can see it's got a lot of brackets on it. The where it was leaking was right here in the between the plastic and the metal. I just realized I left this here off. I'm going to take that off and see if I can get it on there. Hopefully I can. So don't forget that. You start with taking the grill off, and the grill, these buttons you pull up under, put a screwdriver right in there, not under here. I damaged that one. You see the slot, put it in here, lift it up there, and then all these buttons come loose and it just lifts out. Set it aside, and then there's the bracket here that supports the bumper. That's 13/16. Anyway, we've got a small cooler which is connected to the power steering, and I would think it'd be transmission cooler. And then you've got the air conditioning cooler, and then the radiator. And to get the radiator out, you got to take these bolts and these, and then that clears access to the radiator. And then you'll also need to take the fan and the fan shroud out. I tried to take them out together, but it worked better to separate them and take the shroud, the fan out first, and then the radiator. The radiator fits very tight. These brackets right here and here hang on everything in there, and so do these. So it's a shoehorn fit. And what I had to do to get it out was the wiring harness right down there was in the way, and same thing on this side. I had to take the plastic plugs out so I could move the wiring harness. And then also this switch right here on the HVAC air conditioning had disconnected. Of course, disconnect the fan down there. That works better to unplug that from beneath, and the lower bolts on the fan going back in work better from beneath. So there's a little plastic rivet right here that holds your windshield washer to this metal frame, and it's a rivet, it's not a bolt, so you have to pry it loose. And then I attempted to put it back on the same rivet using pressure with a screwdriver, and I had partial success with that. It's a chore because of all the brackets and tight fit. The air conditioning cooling coil rests right here and attaches here. Same thing over here. And you've got to get it out from the lower bolts that's accessible right here. That's also a good way to push the hose off of the bottom radiator hose off. Yeah, it sits here, so you have to, I got a stick and prized up on the air conditioning coil and then pushed with a stick back here to separate the two. That was one trick that helped. So I hope that helps some. Getting ready to put the antifreeze in, and then I'm going